Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I'm an 88 pack nigga, woof. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar.
You know, obviously, you're becoming a free agent. Bob said if you know, he would talk to you about individual fights. He mentioned Spence. He mentioned Josh Taylor. Is there any individual fight out there that appeals to you more than others? And secondly, when do you make the decision? How do you kind of go through it and come up with your decision?
Well, I'm pretty sure my decision is made already. You know, Bob couldn't secure me the Spence fight when I was with him. So how you going to secure me the Spence fight when I'm not with him? So, you know, I'm moving forward with my career right now, and I wish everybody the best.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. It's time to bleed, man. Let's just go, man. Let's just go because last night before the Painful Excellence podcast, I was like, what am I going to talk about tomorrow? Right? So I was sitting in my living room and I said, all right, let's go to boxing scene. And this was the first this was the first thing that I saw. No, not that mannequin in the back. But these two dudes sitting there. And I read the title and I said, you know what, man? Don't I tell you time reveals all truth? Remember when we said, yo, man, look, there's a no black fighter rule and, you know, Top Rank, they see more value. That's the term, value, in other fighters than they do their black fighters. And everyone told us, no, you're being racist, you're being insecure, that's not it. And we're like, no, we're telling you. And then we played the audio. And Cameron Duncan did not deny it. So then here we are in 2023 on Black History Month. Arum says great experience with Lomachenko led him to promote more Eastern European fighters. Rick Blackwell, Shawa, salute. Dre Finest. Black Vision, Almighty Law, Big Homie Cool, Thrill Hill, Antonio MMA, Robert Singleton, Edgar Chavez, Daniel Mitchell in the building, LeVar Cooper, the Brothers UK, salute. Shit jumped on me. Ah, there he is. MP.
What the fuck?
Salute. Rod Neal. Mind of Mansa Musa, my brother. Ring Dragon. How those Kings doing this morning? Kevin Dunbar, Daryl Alexander, Jamal Davis, salute. Now, it's all good, brother. You all right? As long as you're all right, take care of what you have to take care of, man. That's why I have a replay button, man. Your family comes first. You family here, man, but I want to make sure you are okay. As long as you are okay, man. Get your head right, get your health right, get your family right. We're going to be here regardless, brother. Prayers up for you, Jamal. I don't know what you're going through, but when people say they're going through some things, I take that very serious. All right, prayers up for you, brother. Kane the bad guy, my brother. Jermaine Jubilee with the suplex. Tay D. Jeff Spark in the building. I don't know, Xavier, but we're gonna analyze this because at the same time this happened, I start getting screenshots of some crap that popped off on Twitter last night. And then, Sean, what up? And then boxing. Listen, let me tell you something. Jay Gibson, salute, man. DJ Zion Love. The Sensei's in the building. Stormy B-Man, Oak Park Boxing. My brother. Look, man. Look. Let me move this picture. Look, man. It's a setup, y'all. Derek Smith, salute. My brother, Big Texas in the building. It's all a setup. It's a setup. We're not in on it. We're not in on it. All of this is a setup. I hate boxing, man. I hate boxing. Something's not right, man. Something's not right. Is something right? You listen. I'm seeing. I want y'all to follow me on this. 88 Sports Talk, what up? I'm not on Twitter, but I see what happens on there. Andrew 100, what up? King Vonnie. Because everyone screenshots it and shares it on their Instagram. So I follow, for the most part, we all follow each other. So I see what's going on Twitter when something pops off there. So in the last week, something happened. All right, first let's start with the Adrian Broner situation. Jay Walk, Derek Smith, salute. Ryan Wright, salute. So here's what happens. AB, y'all know he had a hard way. He had a hard way to go. All right. A lot of the things that he's gone through in his career is self-inflicted. I do think that Maidana fight was a changing point in his career because he never recovered from that mentally. We can never prove that Maidana cheated, but I have cause to believe that there's a chance that he did because Broner, Adewale salute. Broner had a beard on him. When I say beard, I don't mean literally beard. He had a chin. That's what I mean. Chilltown Majors, what up? And when Maidana popped him, I never seen Maidana hit anybody like that. Not even Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? DS, what up? And then when he hit him, it's like he went somewhere. Xavier, similar to when like Felix Trinidad hit Fernando Vargas. That wasn't like, oh, I'm hurt. It was like, what the fuck was that? Was that a brick? Robert, what up? I never known. It was like, huh? But we didn't think nothing of it when it happened in real time, like Margarito Cotto. We didn't think anything of it. He goes in there to try and fight Floyd with some faulty gloves, and he said, yo, ain't no padding in these gloves. And once again, when he said that, immediately I said, yo, could that be why Adrian Broner got knocked into the goddamn Twilight Zone? He finished the fight, but I'm like, wait a minute. It didn't seem natural. True Boxing Night, salute. And I'm like, wait a minute. Now, there's no way to prove it. But they tried to do it to Floyd, but Floyd is smart. And me and the sensei was talking briefly a little while ago. You see why Floyd, we don't have to like Floyd for what he says and his antics. But Emmanuel Stewart did say he's the smartest fighter in the sport of boxing. Do you see why? We're not only talking about in the ring. Look at where he's at in his career. At 147, a lifelong, what he made his billions or whatever he made at 147. Exactly, Xavier. There's no cheating in boxing, though, right? When someone tells you that, when we talk about the Wilder situation, we mention Adrian Broner, we talk about Cotto and Margarito, and people say, well, no, those are just isolated incidents. Okay. You ask anybody in the sport of boxing, I don't care if they're their friends for the ring walk, I don't care if they're sitting in the front row, their trainer, their manager, their promoter. You say, okay, the next time your guy fights, don't send anybody to his opponent's locker room. Don't watch him wrap the hands. Don't watch him put up the gloves. Don't touch nothing. Don't feel nothing. Just operate of pure integrity. They're going to look at you like you're out your mind. Because y'all do know that's optional, right? You don't have to do it. But why do you think they do that? Y'all know what stacking is on hand wraps? Y'all ever seen it? I've seen it, and I had to have it explained to me. Y'all know what skin in the gloves are? Mike Fox, I had his dad on my show, and he explained what skin. I have a video where he explained what he did. What they did was yank the damn glove back so more of the knuckle is exposed, and then they taped it high. And when he got to the ring, when whatever that jerk is, I forget his name, but he got to the ring, the camp caught it. They was like, yo, whoa, what's that? Remember that? Who signed off on these? I didn't. Don Shotter, what up? See what I mean? Fuck. Stupid. There's rules to that thing, but if you don't send your person to the damn locker room, and if you don't send someone competent enough to catch that, and you can also send someone competent, but they don't, you could be competent on what the right thing is, but you might not know what tricks they're going to pull out the bag. You might not know. And people unplugging monitors and shit, so you can't see what's going on in there. Dwayne Price, salute. Big C, what up? This is a dirty game. So now, back to Adrian Broner. A lot of the things that he went through was self-inflicted. I'll give you that. But the man came from being in a hospital bed and not being able to use a bathroom on his own to getting himself back in the ring. He looked great. We was eager to see what was going on. We were supporting him on his comeback. His first opponent pulls out of the fight. You know, that happens. Then he got another opponent. His jaw broke. Now, look. Y'all know it's LDBC or nothing over here. It's rare I go to other places. You know, I fucks with Champ Side heavy. I fucks with Boxing Ego heavy. But listen, box fans, salute. But listen, by now y'all all heard that interview. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With Lil Homie's father. Y'all all heard it. Y'all all heard it by now. I listened to it. You know why? I had to. Sylvester, what up? Jay Walk, what up? I had to know what was going on. And this was not YouTubers talking about what they thought happened. This was his pops talking. And I listened to it. Exactly, Jeff Spark. Miguel Cotto's team, they didn't know to look for that. And it's like you learn as you go. That's what happened to Deontay. Rick Dees. Jay Dees was in there, and he didn't know to look for certain things. He didn't know. You need an old school Joe Townsend in the building. You need an old school guy who's seen it all. Brother Richardson seen it all. And when he caught Margarito trying to do that to Mosley, DB Martha track, salute. He's seen that before. He said, whoa, why they warming up? If you don't take those off, Black Undertaker, my brother, if you don't take this off, oh, word? Nah, chill. Don't get in trouble. Don't get in trouble. The superintendents don't play. Mikey, what up? He said, if you don't take those off, so I can check your raps. No, son, what up, bro? We ain't coming out. Don't even worry about it. And then when they took them off, he said the shit fell on the floor, sounded like a brick. And then they tried to hustle it like in a bag or something he said out the room. And he was like, no, let me get that. And here was the funny part. I know, Queen, we're going to get to it. You saw that video, Queen. Yo, we're going to get to it because it's something strange. And it's all relevant to what I'm talking about here. He said they tried to like hustle it out the room. Now, here was the funny part. You know, here was the funny part that no one really pays attention to. Shun, what up? He said the dude from the commission was standing right there. How many times y'all heard our brother Cano Loco say, Dave, what up? He said, yo, The dudes from the commissions, they be in the room standing there, but they be on the phone and doing everything else but watching what they're supposed to be watching. How many times you heard Conor Loco say that? Come on. Stop acting like this sport ain't messed up. Slip the jab, salute. Stop acting like the sport is clean. It's not. We're not making this stuff up. I still don't know what happened with Yuriorkis Gamboa in the Eastside Cruz fight. Did you forget? He was on it was an all Spanish speaking boxing channel. I forgot the brother's name, but he said, "Yo, I didn't feel well that fight. I got poisoned." He left that arena, went straight to the doctor, got some work done, and it came back positive. Now I don't know what happened past that. But who knows? This sport is so dirty, they might have said, yo, look, 1.5 if you shut the fuck up and don't say anything. I don't put it past this sport. All of this is a setup. Now, I'm going to get back to AB in a second because I'm going somewhere with this. Jelly Bean, what up? Geo James. Salute to Robert Singleton in that super chat. He said, great point, Drew. Brother Nazim would have been a perfect commissioner to check gloves before fights. RIP to the legends. Word up. If Brother Nas is not in Shane Mosley's corner, Margarito is in the ring with Shane Mosley with bricks in his hands. It wouldn't have mattered because he ain't touched Shane not one time. Not one time. Y'all remember when I had what's his name on my show? Why I'm having a brain fart this morning. Kermit Cintron. And I said, what happened with Margarito? He said, oh, he cheated. He cheated me twice. He got hit. He never got hit like that in his life. He just said, okay, maybe the guy hits hard. Joseph Wiggins, what up? Fought him again, and he said it was worse. Go watch those fights. Margarito hit him, and he was rolling on the floor. You ever seen a kid in pain? And you know it's their first actual pain. They rolling on the floor, and you got the silent cry before you hit the noise. Yeah, that was Kermit rolling on the fucking floor. And I'm watching it like, yo, this dude hits that hard? Melvin, what up? He hits that hard? Something ain't right. Something ain't right. And then Margarito started getting caught. When he got caught doing that to Mosley, I said, Kodo, Kermit, and let me tell you something. I got to park here because all of this is relevant. You know what almost happened with Kermit Cintron? First of all, prior to that Margarito fight, Kermit was on a roll. He had a great jab. He had a great power hand. He spoke Spanish. He's Puerto Rican. You know what he told us? He told me and Trick Nolte. You know what was going to happen had he had beat Margarito? It was going to be Kermit Cintron versus Miguel Cotto on a Saturday, the day before the Puerto Rican Day Parade at Madison Square Garden. And let me tell you something. Stylistically, Kermit had the tools that would have given Miguel fits. He was taller than him, had a longer reach, and he could pop hard. Do you know the city would have been lit because Kermit was on a roll prior to that Margarito shit, man. And that cheating mofo, these are things he ruined it. Now, Kermit, he didn't sit back and say, yo, look, well, I don't know. I didn't dig deep enough. But there's certain things that people you'll have in that camp that won't know what to look for. And a lot of these fighters, sometimes they don't feel like that'll happen to them. Other times they'll feel like, yo, man, look, It can't be that bad, can it? I mean, how much could they do? Maybe the fighters will put more faith in the system than they need to. That can't happen to me. I mean, what they gonna do? Yeah. They'll put some shit in the hand wraps where over time, as your hand sweats, it'll harden like a cast. They used to do that. The word is they used to do that with Felix Trinidad. That was the word. One of the first guests we had on here was William Joppy. And he said that. Fernando Vargas, they said that. I never had Fernando on the show yet. Great Vibe Ray, salute. But he said that. It was like, yo, you know, Jizzle, what up? He said, I never felt anything like that. No doubt he had some shit in his hand. He said that after the first knockdown, he don't remember anything after that. That's the same thing Fernando Vargas said. There's no cheating in boxing. I have Freddie Pendleton on here a lot. Tito couldn't touch them, but they compromised his corner. Y'all saw the knockout. He was outboxing Tito, having fun in there. Next thing you know, he just backs up and winks and goes down off a body shot. Ratchet since 91, salute. Off a body shot. And everybody, in real time, we don't know what happened. But when you go back and look at it, and I told Freddie when I first spoke to him, I said, bro, man, I was at my cousin's house watching that fight. And I'm like, yo, look, man, you threw that fight. He said, no. Gerard Harlem in the building. Oh, I know, Jermaine, man. That's right, Kane. Exactly. There's a casting powder. All you gotta do is put it on, man. And over time, it gets hard. Next thing you know, you're in there with a, man. But this is what we missed out on. Cotto versus Cintron. We missed it because of Margarito. See? William Joppy said, man, I don't remember anything after I got up off the floor. That was pure instincts. He had to go back and watch the fight to see what he did. He didn't remember anything. But he said, there's no doubt in my mind he had something in his glove. No doubt in my mind. Fernando Vargas said the same thing. And by the way, before he fought Bernard Hopkins, there was some shit with the gloves back. Do y'all remember that? There was some, and that was Brother Nas again. There was some shit with the gloves then. Y'all remember that? I know it's vague, but I remember that. But, Brandon, what up? But after he got caught, he was thrown out the sport. He had a fight in Mexico. And who brought him back to America to fight Manny Pacquiao? This guy, Bob Arum. Now, let me get to my point. I'm going back to Adrian Broner now. I think that there's a joint effort to keep that young man out of the sport. I can't say why, but I know what I'm seeing. Now, y'all saw that interview by now, like Queen just said. You saw that interview. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Old boy's dad was on there, and he was being asked what happened. And when he gave his explanation, y'all ever listen to something and been like this? Bro, that was insane. But I'm like, how could that be? Basically, he's blaming Roy. He's saying Roy basically set his son up for failure. That's what he's alleging. So, you know, Johnny Q, what up? So at first you're like, nah, I can't be. What could he possibly gain from that? I don't know. But when your son calls you on the phone and say, yo, dad, something ain't right down here. I'm not going to call that man a liar. His son called him and said, yo, something ain't right. What you mean something ain't right? What's going on? Next thing you know, he got a broken jaw. Now, Shawa, I don't know. Yo, I've debated calling Roy. Because I want to know, because I know people been dragging him. I want to know, what's up with that. I'm just curious. MJ Total Health, what up? I just want to know what's going on. Could be nothing. I don't know. But he said his son called him and said, yo, something ain't right. Shawa, I don't fuck with that guy. I don't fuck with that guy. I know you might not know. I don't fuck with that guy. Ultimate Fight Club, salute. I don't fuck with that guy at all. At all. He's probably watching me right now. I don't fuck with that guy at all. Watch me with 121 in my chat. When he go live, it's like 12, whatever. I don't fuck with that guy. I know you didn't know Shower, but you know, whatever. He got a hard on, literally a hard on for me. He's probably jacking off to me right now. Weird. These guys are weird, but whatever. Boxing, please. I know, sis. It's all good. But I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I remember I had Shogun, what up? Before people will get in that chat and say, well, that's impossible, he's making it up. Y'all remember I had Charles Martin on here? And the AJ fight came up. And I said, yo, what happened there? Because I told him, I said, right now, you'll beat the shit out of AJ. Because the guy we've seen since then is not the guy we saw against AJ. Right? Ghost, what up? And he said, yo, his ribs, Cassandra, what up? You remember? He said his ribs was bust up going into that fight. And I said, well, how'd that happen? You remember what Charles Martin said? Santi, what up? Remember what Charles Martin said? He said his team had him sparring the week of the fight. Hard sparring. Do y'all remember that? Go back to when I had Charles Martin on the show and go listen to what he told me. The brother said they had him sparring these giant African dudes and they all worked his body. And his team did that. His team recommended that heavy sparring week of the fight. Thank you, Ghost. You don't do sparring week of the fight. Listen, how many of y'all play any kind of football, high school, collegiate, NFL, whatever? If you played, that's equivalent to hitting on game day. When you warming up, hitting on game day. Before the game starts, you warming up and y'all just hitting each other like pad to pad or hitting the goddamn. You don't do that. Why? Because you can get hurt. Alpha, what up? He stood right here and said, yeah, man, they had me sparring week of the fight. I'm like, what? Bust up his ribs. He had to go to the hospital and all that. So he fought AJ with an injury. These are things we didn't know. Years later, he's right here in the Strong House and he told us. And I said, shit, I didn't know that. There's a lot we don't know. Weird, right? I said, let me get this straight. Your team had you doing that? He said, yeah. Where are they now? He said, I fired all of them. You hire a team. All right, be easy. Salute. Qual Leonard, where you been? How you hire a team for your best interest. And what happens when they fail you? Roger, what up? Yeah, we're going to get to all of it because this is all relevant. This is all relevant. We're going to get to it because it's all relevant. John Pounds in that super chat. Much love. He says, salute, Drew. Salute to you. Much love and appreciation. Drake Lemonade, salute. Weird shit that the average casual will say that can't happen. Cheating only happened in the 1940s and 50s. No, it's gotten better now. Let me play something for y'all. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick.
We got a lot of people in here. Dre's Finest, DMV's on deck, Shot Barbershop. Mr. Finesse has a question. Salute Fred. What's his opinion on why Bud hasn't gotten bigger fights and the tactics of Eddie Hearn? Eddie the Germ. Eddie Hearn. Salute to fail. What's your opinion on why Bud hasn't gotten the bigger fights? And can you talk about your relationship with Bud from past, present, and if you guys still are in business together in terms of future?
I love him, and as a person, forget the boxing. We started out, and I had to put him in Iowa, and I had to put him, and pay.
No, fuck that. Let me get to this. Let me see if this is it.
I searched high and low to get your contact information, and I was talking. I'll tell you off air who it is. I won't say it on camera, but feel free to ask me. So I called the Mayweather gym, and they says, Fred, if I give you this number, you have to ask him this question. And I says, okay,
Let me say this. I got this from the barbershop, and salute to Fred. I know people got beef with him and everything else, but understand that this came from his show. All right? This came from his show. And this was one of the most important things. Well, he had a lot of important shit that he said on his show, but I know there's a lot of things that he says and people don't agree with it. There's a lot of truth with some of the shit he says. So just listen. This is Cameron Duncan. If you don't know who that is, Google it. And I'm going somewhere with this. Jay Gett, what up? Now just listen, y'all. Just listen.
The question. And they said, ask Cameron Duncan, do Top Rank have like columns of fighters? And they say, we don't want this guy fighting the black fighter. We don't want this fighter fighting the Mexican fighter, and so on and so forth.
Y'all heard the question, right? Y'all heard the question, right? Listen to the answer.
You're going to get into the racial stuff, huh?
No, I'm not. I'm asking.
That's a theory there by the greatest matchmaker, probably, in my opinion, ever. And I'm not going to mention his name either, but you know what I'm talking about. And he used to have a thing up on his board, NBF, no black fighters. And when I was taught to bring up a fighter, and again, it's just, he used to say to me, you can go anywhere in the country, and I'm going to leave it at this. I don't want to go into a long discussion because people are people in God's eyes, and we're all the same. He used to say to me, you can go anywhere into a city in America or anywhere in the world and ask a white guy, and he didn't say any other, he didn't say anything about Hispanic, ask a white guy to throw a jab, and half of them are going to turn backwards and throw it like a girl and everything. Ask any black man on a street corner in any city in the world, and they will snap out a jab in a heartbeat. And I used to laugh. He said, they're just more physically gifted. And
What?
he said, and so they have speed and better to stay away from them. Nothing personal. So I said, okay. And I've lived by that. And, I don't want to sound like some weird guy, but, you're trying to be safe with your guys. And so, there is a thing about that. Yeah.
kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy went courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy went courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy went courting, he did ride a sword and a revolver by his side. Crambo.
What? All around strong salute, Mark Wonderly. See? I hope that answers your question. It wasn't speculation. Cameron Duncan just admitted it. So based off of what we know from cheating in the sport, what Freddie Pendleton went through, TC, what up? From what Charles Martin went through, we just heard Williams' interview. And he says, foul play on my son. My son got a broke jaw. And he thinks Roy set him up. That's what he said. I haven't heard anything from Roy. I never asked. I'm just waiting to see if somebody else. Roy was just on Blue Show about 2 weeks ago or so. Are we shocked that Bob Arum said, you know, he decided to roll with some Eastern European fighters because he had a great experience with them? Because what are people calling Loma? White chocolate. I heard them say that. He don't fight like a European fighter. He moves like these black fighters. It's fool's gold because we've seen him lose before. We saw him lose to a Mexican. What are we talking about? I mean, seriously. I think what we're seeing is the business out loud and in our goddamn face. They're getting more bold in their approach because no matter what level of corruption that they do, we're going to still be on here fighting with each other. The point is, don't you see that this whole thing is a goddamn setup? Elijah, what up? Roy said he was sparring 135 pounders. Okay. Could you put a link for the interview in my chat, please? Tay. Good morning, ex-wife. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't there. That's what I'm saying. I'm just finding all of this strange. What I'm doing is I'm painting a picture. I'm showing y'all the atmosphere of this sport. It's not a clean sport. This shit is a dirtbag sport. This is why we didn't want Deontay to come back. I was cool with him chilling. He ain't got to fight no more. I told y'all, it's getting harder for me to even discuss this sport. We talk more about the bullshit than we talk about the actual fights happening. Ryan and Tank is signed. I haven't spoken on that yet. I might not until fight week, until I know that they actually. I might do a live during the ring walk, because then I'll know. Because I don't know what's gonna happen. Is this kid going to jail? Is Ryan gonna break his wrist? Clarence, what up? Is Ryan gonna break his wrist again, or get an emotional collapse? I don't know. Why is this a big fight any goddamn way? What the hell? What's happening? What's happening is what's been happening. I just played. That was Cameron Duncan. Used to work with Top Rank. He just said basically the no black fighter rule exists. He just said it. It don't get no whiter than him. He just said it. We're not making it up. It exists. Refs don't cheat. Padilla. The same guy that did Thriller in Manila. Years later, he reffed a fight between Skinny Hussein and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao, in which Skinny had Pacquiao out with a jab. And Padilla, just Google it. Oh, it's called Roy Jones. Okay. So Roy says he was in there fighting 135 pounders. His son told his dad something different. What I'm saying is, it seems that there's a joint effort to keep AB out the sport. That's what it seems like. 2 injuries in this short of time. Fuck is this? All right, Shawar. Yeah, I'm a text him, man, because this is. I want to know what I want to hear his side. Because I heard homie's father's side, and he was speaking with a lot of conviction, and he seemed like genuinely angry. You can't act that. No. And homie, he's about to fight Adrian Broner. That's a chance for him. You dig what I'm saying? It's my opinion is this sport is very dirty, so I don't know what to believe from anybody a lot of the times. I don't. Because this sport is so trash and dirt. It's a dirt bag game. It is a dirt bag game. You love it, but you hate it. Bert, what up? So now you got people on somebody on Twitter. Theo Coop in the building, salute. Somebody, they always mocking Blue Blood. They say, he said AB was gonna fight 3 times this year with the laughing emojis. Blue's not in no one's camp. He can't tell you what's going on. He told you what the plan was. Here's the thing. AB's ready to rock 3 times this year. His opponents aren't, for whatever reason. Injuries in the gym. Injuries doing something they ain't supposed to be doing, whatever. Do y'all really like boxing like that? This should be unfortunate. What we know is that AB was ready to go to the ring. His opponents weren't. So why the fuck? What are y'all laughing at? I don't get you guys. People hate Unscripted Virtuoso salute. People hate Blue so much that when he says things, they're automatically going no, because we don't want him to be right. This kid has a broken jaw. I don't know the specifics other than what I heard. Coach, what up? That's all I know. Why you digging at Blue again? I don't get it. Or maybe I do. Nigger. Code of the Ape. Remember, AB's not the one calling off the fight. It's his opponents. There's something happening with them. AB's ready to go. He's in shape. I see a 6-pack. He looks vascular. I just need to see how he looks in the ring. It's like niggas look for something that it's like, yo, I don't understand. This is why we're diseased. And we get on here and fight with people, pick fights with, man, come on, man. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to ignore these niggas in 2023 and moving forward. Last week, sure will, salute. Last week, I jokingly said, watch, somebody gonna make a live about something I said this morning. And I'll be damned, one of the sisters hit me up on Instagram and say, yo, Drew, you wasn't lying. Somebody went live talking about you. I said, you're kidding. She said, yep. Y'all think I'm making it up, man? I mean, look. They're making me more of a rock star than I already am. I didn't ask for none of this. I'm just contributing to the machine. I'm just talking boxing. And when I have an opinion, motherfuckers think I'm talking directly to them. They think I know that their full name, their social security number, their home address. And look, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't care. I don't know you niggas. I can't sit down and have a non-alcoholic beverage with you niggas. A lot of y'all niggas are weirdos. And y'all know who I'm talking about. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I could say, like I'm saying something right now, and right now, those few niggas say, he's talking to me, I'm gonna do a live stream right now. Go live, and there'll be 5 niggas in there. And all of them are mentally incapacitated. They fucked up too. They're so messed up. You ever seen a movie where the character's delusional and they're seeing something that no one else is seeing? When I say, yo, fuck y'all niggas, they literally think that I said their government name. Yeah, fuck you, hater Joe. He talking to me. What? Nigga, I don't know you. Exactly, Clarence. This is my response to Drew Titan looking ass. Keep responding. Keep responding. I don't know you. I don't care to know you. And if you have a bunch of videos about me, you're fucking sick. Cassandra, salute, sis. I appreciate you. They're fucking sick. I mean, sick. What? Super Mac time. Where you been? Sick. This is the problem with boxing. Boxing's behavior and these psycho fans. Now, I think what's going on with AB, I think there's something going on there. I can't prove anything, but there's something strange going on there. Joe the Beast, what up? There's something strange going on there. Levon Down gave the salute. I can't put my finger on it, but there's something weird going on there. Now, fast forward to what Arum said with Lomachenko. Let's read what it said here on Boxing Scene. Bob Arum isn't sure. He isn't so sure he would be as amendable. I'm going to get annoyed reading this, I can tell. As he is today, to backing the careers of fighters from Eastern Europe, if it weren't for Vasily Lomachenko. Let me stop right there. Yeah, I remember when we was asking, yo, why Bud went to Top Rank? Y'all remember when we was asking, why did Bud go to Top Rank? Y'all remember that? The first sentence. Value. No black fighters. Value. This man saw more value in Eastern European fighters than he saw with the fighters he had. Remember, this guy had Floyd Mayweather. I mean, Kevin Effect, salute. You had Floyd Mayweather?
Take that!
You ain't learned your lesson. You had Bud Crawford, who many say is #1 pound for pound in the world. How do you fuck this up? Don't matter. You saw more value in a fucking Ukrainian ballerina. And I'm not kidding. The man took ballet. Picasso, what up? Hall of Fame promoter and founder of Top Rank, stole it from Ali, said his experience working with the 3 division titleists and 2-time Olympic gold medalist from the Ukraine largely convinced him of the merits of working with fighters from the former Soviet Union. Remember when we asked, why did Bud go there? And I just played for you what Cameron Duncan told Fred. I just played it for you. Remember when we asked, why did Bud go there? I'm going to keep drilling this, y'all. In addition to Lomachenko, Top Rank currently promotes unified Russian light heavyweight champion Artur Beterbiev, and who holds the WBO, WBC, and IBF titles. Well, I think it's pretty well everything got colored by my experiences with Lomachenko. He says Lomachenko. Let me read that sentence again, y'all. I think the older you get, the less fucks you give about what you say. Well, I think pretty well everything got colored by my experiences with Lomachenko, Arum said of his company's interest in Eastern European fighters. In an interview with BBC 5 Live, boxing ahead of the 175-pound showdown between Beterbiev and Anthony Yard in London. I mean, you couldn't get a more cooperative professional fighter than Vasily Lomachenko. So again, when Eastern Europeans knock, now the door was open because of the great experience I have with Lomachenko. Again, it's not because of my great foresight, because otherwise it would have been difficult. It's because Lomachenko turned out to be such a magnificent guy to promote. Remember when we asked, why the fuck did Bud go to Top Rank?
Whoa! What the it's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride a sword and a pick and a revolver by his side. Crambo.
What? Remember when we asked, why did Bud go to Top Rank? Soul Power, what up? T9 boxing class, salute. Remember when we asked why Bud went to Top Rank? Remember we was all confused? Remember when he told us, you don't know his heart? Remember when Bob Arum said, the amount of money I lost on Bud, I could have bought a house in Beverly Hills. Remember that? And then remember when we asked, why did Bud go to Top Rank? I'm going to keep hammering this point, man. We heard a lot of things. He went for his bag. Cool. Bert said 2 houses. Yeah, 2 houses. Okay. That's dope. But he put more. He's telling us he had a better experience with European fighters. In boxing, you prove what you're worth by performing in the ring. But you also have to be backed by people so you can get the opportunities. I ain't got no beef with Artur Beterbiev. I'm just wondering why he hasn't fought Bivol yet. And we still not going to get that fight till like 2026. When Beterbiev looks vulnerable in the ring. I mean, significantly vulnerable. He's old now. But he's telling you, Vasily made him dig into Europe and take those fighters more serious. Because Cameron Diaz said you can go to anywhere in America and ask a white guy to flip out a jab, flick out a jab, and they'll cock back like a girl and throw it like a girl. He said that, not me. And go to any hood USA, and that's a black person to do it, and they're flicking it out like they've been flicking it out all our lives. Cameron Duncan said that, not me. So yes, a no black fighter list absolutely existed in Top Rank. But never mind that. Remember when we asked, why did Bud go to Top Rank? You remember that? Damian Arum, salute to you in that super chat. Much love. He said, salute, Drew. Keep cooking. I'm on a job, good brother. I'm on a job. Thank you very much. But ride home and salute. But remember when we asked, why did Bud go to Top Rank? In order to understand how you got here, you have to understand where you came from. So last night, during my other show, my good brother Xavier hits me up, followed by a ton of my brothers on Instagram. And Bud, that's the Painful Lessons podcast, man. That's adult conversations and real life situations discussed with class. Yeah, Shawa and Bud re-signed over there. We was like, why did you do that? PGA's big dog salute. So I'm reading this tweet. Let me read this. Now look, man. I had to save it because I didn't quite understand. I didn't understand what the hell I was reading. You know, I thought it was fake. I'm like, what is this? So he goes at 2 boxing channels. I'll just say that. If you know, you know. He goes at 2 boxing channels that we know of. We know these guys. Bud Crawford says both some hoes and they mamas should have swallowed them both. I'll tell both of them to their face too. They buy, this is a mistype. That's how you know you're mad, because he was typing he was all thumbs. They buy biggest sack hangers, and I'm done talking about it. So Artman reposted this on Instagram. That's how I saw it. And then all the brothers and sisters say, yo, Drew, you saw this? And I'm looking at it like, what? Said it was posted, then deleted. Now, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. Look, I'll just say who he was talking about. He added Fanon and he added Boxing Ego. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know. And there's a response. Let me pull it up because I have it on Twitter. Oh, wait, hold on, y'all. I'm so sorry. I got to get better with that. God damn, come on now. Salute to my brother Mike, the guitarist. That's my brother right there. Salute to you in that Cash App. Much love and appreciation. He says for the grind, big bro. Man, salute to you, good brother, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. Salute to my brother Mike in that Cash App. Much love. Mike is the one that sent me that interview, too. He was the first person to send it to me. Salute, Willie. Vladimir's dad, salute. Jay Grant, what up? Where's that? Well, there was a response. I'm trying to remember who somebody sent me the response. See, I seen the haters. You see, motherfuckers, yeah, man. Dudes is weird. They coming at Blue because somebody got hurt in sparring. You know what I mean? But there was a response. Fanon responded to Bud, and he basically like backed out and said, "Yo, look, I don't know what the problem is. Peace be with you." You know, it wasn't no gunfire back and forth between him and Fanon. But how do I say this without? I mean, well, fuck it. I find it real rich that he came at Boxing Ego and Fanon, but fucking BFTB went on a 2-month tirade on Bud and backed all that shit up with facts. And I don't recall one fucking tweet like that to him.
It's kind of pretty before it gets started, ain't it? Oh, Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo. Froggy when he courting, he did ride Crambo.
Take that! Because BFTB has a link in this chat. And at any time, if you want to jump in there and talk boxing, you're welcome to do so. And he's called Bud out. He's called out Bernie and all the people in Team Bud. Click the link. They've never done it. A bunch of his supporters did. And it didn't end well for them. Because you can't debate facts. That's what I'm just telling y'all what happened. But I find it real strange that Bud would have for you to sit down and type that on Twitter. I don't know whose video said what last. I don't know what happened. And I know Ego, but Ego's not as, I mean, let's face it, Ego's not as profane. He's laid back with his. I don't know what's the last few videos he did. I don't know what the last few videos Fanon did. I don't know. But something set him off for him to go to Twitter and do that. And next thing you know, this is this popped up on the wall on the gram last night. And I'm reading it like, what the fuck is this? Now here we are in the boxing community reporting the news and giving opinions. What the hell did they say to set him off to do that last night? What happened? Do y'all know? I don't know what happened. I got to go back and look at the videos. I don't know what happened. But what I'm saying is, Anthony Bolton, what up? What I'm saying is, that's strange. If anybody should have got a tweet like that, you would have thought BFTB would have got it. Well, fuck that. Go see him. He's live every day with a link. Click the link and tell him yourself. If he's hitting you in the head with facts and he says, okay, this is why I can't stand how you're moving. You did this, you did this, you did this. And Bomax said you took the easy route. You did that. And this is why I went from fucking with you to not fucking with you. And all you can say is, oh, when I see you, I'll slap you, or I would tell you to your face. What does that mean? Millionaire pro fighter, what does that mean? You know what that means? That means he was right. You can't just tell these people out here who pay money, who have an opinion, who support you in what you do. You just can't tell them, like what you tell your kids, do as I say, not do as I do. Shut up. Don't talk back to me. Do it because I tell you to do it. I'm going to fight these bums and you're going to like it. That goes for any fight. Not only Bud. It goes for anybody. We have a right to say, yo, man, him? Then try and smoke screen the whole shit and say, oh, well, look, Errol said he'd never fight Keith Thurman. He about to fight Keith Thurman. Do y'all know why that's happening? Do y'all know why that's happening? Remember when we was asking why Bud didn't go to the fucking PBC and why did he go to Top Rank and re-sign him? And then when Bob Arum says things like, I could have bought 2 houses in Beverly Hills with the money I lost on Bud, we said, Bud, what's up? He said, you don't know his heart.
What? 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 What?
We were confused, man. We were confused. We was like, Bud, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? And then he pops up with the lawsuit. We was like, all right, get him. What happened to the lawsuit? And we let that go. What's going on? Then he goes to Black Prime. Blue was already working with them. That's what y'all neglect. Blue was already working with Black Prime. They said, great, he could create a meeting of the minds. And he's bringing us firsthand, not secondhand, firsthand information. But he got to deal with people in the chat talking about, oh, you ain't talked to no Bud in 7-Eleven. I don't believe that story. Now, one time did Bud ever say, nah, I never spoke to Blue. He never said that. Bud and Errol fight falls through. They blame Blue. I don't know how that even happened. But somehow people wanted to blame him. The fight didn't happen because of him. He was hired specifically to prevent the fight. None of this shit, and it just went off the rails from there. I'm like, what are people doing? What are people doing? But remember when Bud re-signed with Top Rank and we were confused? Remember that? Huh? Arum. And we was like, yo, it's some racist shit over there. They said Lomachenko was the greatest thing he's seen since Ali. Bob Arum said that. He never said that about Bud. But when you had asked Lomachenko who's number 1 pound for pound, he said Bud. It's on YouTube. He said Bud. He said that. Who's number 1 pound for pound? I think it's Bud Crawford. He said that. I was like, damn right. Damn right. But Lomachenko was such an impact on Bob, made him go to Europe and look for these fighters. And it's bad enough there was already a no black fighter board in the Top Rank offices. And we confirmed that to be true, courtesy of Cameron Duncan. But remember when we was wondering why Bud went to Top Rank in the first damn place? I was going to talk about this anyway. Then I get these texts. I'm like, yo, what?
What?
Right on time. You see how the universe works? I'm like, why is he? I kind of look at that as a threat. You would tell them to their face, and what you think gonna happen if you jump at someone's face beefing? What do you think's gonna happen? What do you think's gonna happen if someone gets on and say, "I tell it to your face"? What do you think that means? I'm putting on my bliggity black fitted right now. What do you think that means, yo? If I see you, I'll tell you to your face. What do you think that means? Ain't no referees in the street, nigga. Don't do that. After Mike got out of prison, Mike Tyson, I mean, he wasn't the man quite that he is today. So when he came out of prison, it was a little bit of party time. He used to go to these clubs with a little bit of an entourage, and I've seen him bully dudes. They used to be dudes that used to take Polaroid pictures of you in front of banners and stuff, all up and down 125 in Harlem, and the Tunnel clubs on the west side. And I've seen Mike. Literally, there was a dude taking a picture with his girl in front of a Wu-Tang banner or some shit. Mike went over there and grabbed the cameraman. Yo, come here, cameraman. Yo, take a picture of me and my boys. And dude already done paid dude money. And the cameraman was like, what am I gonna do? Fight back? That's Mike Tyson, man. What is dude gonna do with his girl? Fight Mike Tyson and his entourage? But there was a select few out there in their Benzes and Beamers and shit. They're like, Mike, come over here. We ain't fighting. He gonna eat one. And Mike ain't go over there. You know why? Real recognizes real. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. He's not as crazy as you thought. Why are you putting that? You couldn't just leave it, yo, F those dudes. I'll tell it to their face. What do you mean, dude? You a millionaire athlete. You're #1 pound for pound in the world. What are you doing? It makes you look worse. Because all these dudes is doing is pointing out the news and giving their opinion. And you're that triggered that you got on Twitter at what time? I don't know what time. I don't even know where he's at in the world. But what time was that? 9 p.m., wherever he was. There's some hoes and their mama should have swallowed them both. I'll tell both of them to their face, too. I mean, look, I know size don't matter, but y'all know ego's like 6'4" or something like that, right? You know, tell him to his face and do what? Tell him to his face? What you think? You can say whatever you want from me from across the way. Do not come near me, though, because I'll perceive it as a threat. That's the type of time I'm on. You can say, what it cross the street, yo, Drew, you motherfucker. Cool, I'm cool with all of that. You won't say it in arm's reach. I promise you that. Because if you're brave, what do you think's gonna happen? I perceive it as a threat. You step to me, I ain't step to you. Because while you shouting at me across the street, this is me. You, your mom, your big-headed kid with the helmet that rides a short bus, all of that. That's my response. And we good. The second you come over and invade my personal space, I promise it'll be the last thing you ever do. You're a professional athlete. What are you doing? Threatening people like that. What? I'll tell it to their face. What are you doing, dude? Some dude walked past Floyd Mayweather about a month ago and called him a hoe or something. It's on video. He recorded it. That was his 2 seconds of fame. And Floyd just looked at him. You know why? I got $500 million in the bank. I'm wearing about $10,000. And this hoe ass nigga, his only moment in life is to say that to me on his TikTok. Floyd didn't even respond. A lot of things aren't worth responding. That's how I look at a lot of these trolls. Now, I'm human. Sometimes it does get to me, but most times it doesn't. I find it comical. You got to leave shit beneath you. Because remember, we're only YouTubers, right? Nobody listens to us, right? But when niggas want to know what's going on with Deontay Wilder, who they turn on? Bitch ass niggas. Niggas is weird. And salute to my brother Paul Carrick in that Cash App. Much love. He said, saw last night's Pep replay. Thank you, my bro. Yo, listen. That channel's becoming more of a priority than this boxing talk. Because as you can see, things are just getting out of control. Things are getting out of control. How many fighters said that about Mike Cappinger? And that nigga has lied. He's lied. How many of these niggas have threatened Steve Kim? And he walks that racial line on purpose. I know he does. The list goes on and on and on. Nobody, I've never seen Bud or any of these fighters at Mike Cappinger and say, I'll tell it to your face. Salute to Tunnel Vision in that super chat. Much love. He said, Bud will trash people all day, but somehow expects people not to hold him accountable or talk negative about him in any way. Boy in his feelings. 100%. And this is the problem. Tunnel Vision back in that super chat. He says, oh, hell no. Bud does not want that BFTV smoke online or in person. The government spent tens of millions training him to handle real smoke. Bro, this is what I'm saying. That's why I gave the Mike Tyson analogy. Those dudes aren't trained, but those are some real street dudes that used to hang out in front of the tunnel. Tunnel Vision, the tunnel in the club. If y'all don't know what the tunnel is a famous New York club on the west side. The tunnel, y'all remember DMX's first video, Where My Dog's At? It was filmed in the tunnel. James Doon, what up? If I missed you in the super chat, C Woods, salute. If I missed you, just know I love you. Gnarly Ray, what up? LB, what up? He said if Spence goes back on his word not to fight Thurman, will be like a dog returning to its... Look, Shade Girl, salute. I'm so like done. Y'all notice it's not even Arum versus Bud. It's not even, no one's even talking about it no more. No one knows what Bud's gonna do. Arum, once again, if he ends up with Keith Thurman, that's another name. And what's Bud doing? We don't know. But what he is doing is beefing with two black content creators. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with that, man. But remember when we was wondering why Bud went to Top Rank in the first damn place? Remember that? Salute to Black Boxing Kings in that super chat. Much love and appreciation. He said, salute, Drew Tight. Salute to you. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you. Shea Girl says, low-hanging fruit. Yeah, man. Exactly, Jerry, man. I mean, these fans are all over the place. First, it's Blue be making shit up. He ain't got no connections. And they went from that to then he killed the Bud versus Spence fight. I'm like, what are y'all doing? I'm sitting back looking at this shit like, what is wrong with y'all? And then it makes it worse. You run to some of these channels that suit your sick agenda. Could Blue have something to have done with that? And then you get one or two motherfuckers talking about, yeah, it's Blue's fault. It's like, what? Huh? Some of these dudes on these channels, y'all remember in Living Color? Remember the skit where Damon Wayans used to play that King Corleone, salute. We used to play that Muslim dude in jail using big words, and it didn't make any fucking sense. Ubiquity lines up the sun, moon, and the stars, and that's how the white man got my tranquilology, and I got 25 to life there, my brother. I was watching one episode where he had to go to the board, and he met all the criteria to get out, but they said, man, we can't release you though. He was like, why not? They were like, your vocabulary has decreased the whole time you're in here. You're now a threat to society. Like, we got to take you back to your cell. And they grabbed him by the arm. He was like, undouche me. That's how I look at some of these channels. I'm like, yo, what are y'all talking about? Where you getting this from? What? My God, it's bad in these streets, man. I learned to fall back and just laugh at some of this shit because I'm like, wait a minute, why am I getting, man? Then you get niggas that try and shift through the weeds, and now all of a sudden they popping up in LDBC chats. I'm like, wait a minute, that nigga? You know how many times I had to text Blue and say, yo, you see this nigga in the chat saluting you? Let me send you this screenshot to remind you, because Blue be busy, and I know he don't catch everything. But that's why I'm here, and a lot of the brothers are here. Let me remind you about this nigga. Gotta remind niggas. But he's not stupid. He's like, he tells me most of the time, he's like, yeah, oh yeah. I know who that nigga is very well. Mm-hmm. Exactly, Dave. Bud don't want to be held accountable. He don't. And he's proven, Shelton, what up? He's proven everybody right because notice, Fanon and Ego gets that tweet, but BFTB's live every day. I don't know what BFTB's talking about. But if I know my brother, you think he didn't see that tweet by now? Now, I don't know what he's talking about today. But if I know my brother, how you tweeting to these dudes that don't even, Fanon and Ego don't run his show. They don't run their shows like how BFTB run his show. I only seen one guest on Ego's channel, and that was Ricky Williams, and that's how I got to know Ricky Williams. That was the first time I saw Ricky. Salute to my brother Ricky. And I said, man, this brother's cooking. Okay. He's cooking. They don't run shows like that. BFTB wants all the smoke. How you want that gangster shit? You can go in there if you want to. He'll meet you head on with it. If you want to talk boxing, we can do that. But you better have your facts in order. And listen, they will never live down what Bomac said. It's on his page. If y'all didn't hear it or act like you ain't hear it, Bomac told BFTB. They went and fought Jeff Horn because it was easier. They took the easy route. BFTB was on that panel. Blu-ray was on that panel. And like 3 other guys. And I remember listening to that shit live. And I had to pull my whole car over. I said, yo, what? That was a fraudulent slip, wasn't it? He wasn't supposed to say that. Was he? It's too late. When Bud came up to 147, he could have went the IBF route and fought Arum. He didn't do that. They fought Jeff Horn because it was easier. Bomac said that. Well, there you go right there. Come on now. Arum says great experience with Lomachenko led him to promote more Eastern European fighters. Remember when we said, yo, Bud, why are you going to the top? Why are you going to Top Rank? I just played you what Cameron Duncan said. I just played, if you just get here, rewind the show. I just played you what Cameron Duncan said. I just played it for you. It's true. No black fighters. It's true. We need to keep this guy away, this guy away, this guy away from this guy. But this black guy, he's ranked number 15. Nope. I'm in the gym. I saw him. I saw that footwork. Nope. He could beat our champion. And we got to get all the money out of this guy. Remember when we was like, yo, what's up with Manny Pacquiao not fighting these guys? Certain guys. Remember that? Then they gave you an old Shane Mosley. Yeah, see, he fights black fighters. Okay. Well, got smoke for some YouTubers, though, right? And then got smoke for BFTB. And BFTB, I missed a super chat. I'm trying to go up and get it. BFTB live every day. He never got a tweet like that. There you go. Salute to my brother Cerebral Shadowboxer. Where you been, brother? He says, salute, Drew. Let hoes be hoes. Yeah, man. Got to. Brother Roots, salute. Yes, sir. Tay Jones in the building. I'm gonna get a new camera. This one be fucking up. I'm saying BFTB got a link every day. I'm like, yo, why isn't Budrick just going in there and saying, yo, look, nigga, you don't know what you're talking about. This is not what it is. You don't know shit, and better go back and forth with him. State the facts. Now, no doubt, Tay. No doubt, Tay. Tay, you saw that tweet? My thing is this. Little Kane said, he said the boxing ego block Pacquiao versus Crawford. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just talking about this tweet, and I was going to talk about that article on what Bob Arum said. I just read the first paragraph of what Bob Arum said about Eastern European fighters, and I said, wow, that's going to be an interesting topic for me to talk about this morning. And then, no sooner than I said, yeah, I'm going to talk about that, I get a screenshot of this tweet. But he, to Fanon and Boxing Ego, I'll say, yo, I tell it to their face, what are you talking about? Really? Wow, man. He didn't need to do that. What are you doing that? But I'm saying 2 months, BFTB been going in. Yo, didn't BFTB do like a 4-6 hour stream last night? Was I bugging? I ended my other show and I looked at my phone. I said, he's still live? I said, damn. So he's there. He can be contacted. But not one time, but he want to go. I don't know what Ego put out as of late. I don't know what Fanon put out as of late. He did a 7-hour stream yesterday. Jesus Christ. 8 hours? What the fuck? Yo. Yeah, exactly, Ghost. Come on, man. And I tell it to their face. That was an emotional tweet. Dude. But what I'm saying is, you a millionaire, and you say that to two, for the most part, Ego be calm. I haven't watched Fanon in forever. So I don't know what's going on over there. I know, but what I do know is that it's not in his nature to be running around talking about I'll knuckle up. I know that much. So when I'm looking at the tweet, I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm looking for the latest Bud news. I didn't really see anything. So I said, okay, it's obviously something had to have happened, which prompted them to do a video about it, which pissed him off. But I said, wait a minute. Whatever they spoke on, it can't be as bad as the last 2 months is what BFTB been talking about. With a link in the damn chat. That means anybody from Team Bud could have went in there and got the smoke at the same time. But you check this out. We had an event called the Diesel. What up? We had an event in New York, 9/11, right? That happened. America knew who did it. And they went to Saddam Hussein. He had nothing to do with it. He's like, why are you over here? Ego hasn't gone live because of trolls. Oh yeah? The beef is over there, but you go over there. That's I'm keeping it so simple. That's what happened. Yo, who did it? That nigga? I'm gonna go salt with that nigga though, to look tough. Meanwhile, BFTV went on a 2-month tirade. I mean, he was going hard. Yo, LeBron, what up? No doubt. The tirade was like 2 months. It was classic stuff. They all up on his channel. Bud all in the title. Yeah, Queen, we was in Vegas. I know I told the story before, but it bears repeating. Yeah, no doubt, Tay. No doubt, Tay. I'm just watching things play out, but I'm just talking about this tweet. That was just a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? When we was in Vegas, Bernie stopped me. He's like, yo, man, don't I know you? I said, I don't know, you might. He said, don't you be on that show with Fanon? I said, yeah, that's me. And we stopped, we was talking. There wasn't no beef. We was chit-chatting. It was before it was when the Sean Porter fight was being mentioned. So I said, yo, what's gonna happen in that fight? He said, yo, man, we just gonna beat him. We gonna stop him. I said, all right, cool. When he said that, BFTB was standing right there. He said, I gotta see that, homie. He said it twice. Yeah, all right, I'm gonna call you after this, Tay, because I'm not on Twitter. I don't know what happened. 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 I don't know. I'm just looking at the tweet, and it's like, I just found it real rich that he had smoke for guys that are usually calm. So BFTB was standing right there. He said, I gotta see it, homie. So I look at Bernie. Bernie like this big to me. All right, cool. Because I don't know. I need to be brought up to speed. I don't know what happened. Then he said, nah, man, we're going to beat him. We're going to stop him, whatever. BFTB turned around because he was talking to somebody else. He turned around and said it again. Now he's like right here, like right behind me. Bernie's right here. So I'm like trying to move out the way so he can address him, and Bernie's moving with me. He's like, I'm like, oh, shit. You know, conversation was over, and then he pimped off. It was no beef, but what I'm saying is he's there to be spoken to. Spoken to. Did I say fight? Did I say pistols out? Did I say that? I said he's there to be spoken to. That's what I said. My brother Smooth Shah ran into Bernie, and he called. I put him on the show. Y'all remember that? Said he saw Bernie at the McDonald's across the street from MSG. And he recognized him, and he said Bernie looked like he thought something was going to happen. I said, shit, bro. Basically, what I'm saying is, could we keep the gangster shit to now I would say keep it to a minimum, but I'm saying, could we keep the gangster shit to non-existent? It's ridiculous. Look, I know we get mad and all this other stuff. Look. Majority of us don't live close to each other. And that's another thing. BFTV get threatened a lot. It's not a small guy. So if you want to press your luck, if you want something, you're going to meet these hands. Okay. It should never get that serious. This is only boxing. Bud got more money that any of us are going to see in our retirement. He's good. He don't got to fight anymore. Really think about what you're defending. So I don't know what prompted that tweet. I'll say it to your face. I got a problem with that. But I mean, come on. If Bud wanted to straighten anything out, I think it would have been healthy for him to go on BFTV's channel and talk. Tell your side if it's worth telling. Exactly, Shawa. You know, dudes See a lot of these dudes foaming at the mouth talking about us, talking about the LDBC. I don't be seeing them in the gyms. What the fuck you talking about? I don't see you in the gyms. What are you talking about? I never said, at what point did I say I be in the gyms talking to? No. Who the fuck? I didn't know that is what gives you credibility in the sport of boxing, being in the gyms. I have a full-time life. When this goes off, I go to work for like 10 hours, 10, 11 hours. Then I come home. And 3 days out the week, I have a night show. Yeah, that's another thing, Jamel. I said there ain't no referees out in the street. Ego's like 6'4", 6'5". I seen him. He's taller than me. I'm 6'2". He's not like a frail dude. What are these dudes doing, man? Stop, man. It's out of control, man. I don't see you. Yeah, okay. You don't see me in the gyms. I don't see you at the goddamn fights. I'm there, especially in New York, if it's a fight that I care about. A troll will go to a fight, and it'll be 90 degrees outside in the summertime. They're the only niggas in the building with a scarf around their whole fucking head. You know how many death threats I got? Don't come to Vegas. Don't come to Vegas. Wilder Fury 3. Don't come to Vegas. I'm landing at such and such a time. I'm staying at such and such a motel, and I'll be at the MGM and on the strip. Let's get it. Nothing happened. And we wasn't hiding. We couldn't hide. And we wasn't all together at one time. I saw BFTB down the block by himself. You couldn't miss him. He had a BFTB hat on and a shirt. Couldn't miss him. Y'all just talking. Y'all just talking. So cut it out. Just stop. Just stop the nonsense. Y'all niggas is doing too much. Y'all making fools of yourselves, man. It's stupid at this point. Tom Etheridge in that super chat, much love. He said, Bud can end all of this with one win over Errol Spence. End of. Yes! Go in there with Errol, beat his ass, and shut everybody up. I think Errol's going to whoop his ass. How do we find out? Go in there and beat Errol, and I'll get on here and say, yo, Bud did his thing. End of discussion. But this fight has become like impossible to make, which, you know, we just not, no doubt, Clarence. It's like old now. It's like no one cares. But remember when we was wondering why Bud went to Top Rank and, you know, we was trying to figure out life. I don't know. There you go. They go Top Rank Toby. Yo. But this is what Bob Arum said. He had a great experience with Lomachenko, which made him go into Eastern Europe. The guy had Bud the whole time. What's your opinion on Bud? I could have bought 2 houses in Beverly Hills and the money I lost on Bud. But Lomachenko gave him hope in Europe. And remember when we was wondering why Bud went to Top Rank? There you go. Y'all go read that. It's an article on Boxing Scene. Y'all go read it. Read the rest of it. And then think about what I just played for you with Cameron Duncan saying there is a no black fighters list that they don't. Man, come on, bro. No black fighters, and Bud's over there. And then when he says that about the houses in Beverly Hills, we was ready to get Bud's back. And what does he tell us? You don't know what's hard. Y'all remember all of this? Some things You just got to let go. I let it go. And I really wasn't going to talk about Bud this morning, but it all makes sense. Everything I spoke about, it all makes sense. What Bob Arum said in this article, and then I get screenshots of this tweet of him literally saying, "I'll tell it to their face." At any point did Fanon or Ego say, "Yo, I'll fuck you up"? Did they say anything like that? But when you tell another person, "I'll say it to your face," that's an invite, man. That's an invite. What the fuck happened? Well, I'm gonna call Tay and I'm gonna find out what happened. I don't know. Is it warranted that he said that? I don't know. Sometimes someone will say something like, "No, you need to get your ass kicked because of that." I don't know. I'm gonna find out. I'm not on Twitter. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna call Tay as soon as I get off of here. This is like ridiculous, man. And I wasn't gonna talk about Bud. I was gonna focus on what Arum said. But it's impossible to focus on what Arum's saying with European fighters. But he had the number 1 pound for pound in the world. He had Floyd Mayweather. He even had Oscar De La Hoya. And somehow, he found the way to fuck that up, and he sees more value in those euros than he sees in the black talent and Mexican-American talent he had right here. And there's a board in the office, no black fighters. You just heard Cameron Duncan say it, man. Come on, dogs. Robert Singleton in that super chat, much love and appreciation. He said, "I don't think Bud is scared of Errol Spence Jr., but the way he acts when confronted shows he doesn't have the same amount of confidence that Errol Spence Jr. has." Yeah. I'm looking at the opponents and I'm like, I still can't, I don't even like trying to think about it anymore. How did this fight not even happen? Okay, man. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, man. I'm not doing it. No doubt, Ken. I'm gonna have to ask what's going on because I'm not on Twitter. Now you see why I'm not on Twitter. To be met with 30,000 tweets of threatening. There's already some fuck nigga on there from the UK. It says Drew Titan's father. It's a picture of a white guy. It's hilarious. But this is how much sleep these lifeless clowns have. They lose because of me. And I'm good with that. That makes me feel good. Because I'm making an impact on their life. They get out of bed and they're watching right now. They get out of bed. Woods, you talk. They watch me right now. Like this. The monkey video again. Why that nigga always talking about me? Fuck this nigga. That's wrong. He got the year wrong on that. Man. He got the year wrong on that too. That was 1982, not 1981. Come on. No one, they can't see that he don't know boxing. I know more than him. God damn. That count, my 6 weeks up yet on my account? Man, fuck. I gotta talk about his forehead. Damn. Yeah, another super chat? Damn. Fuck, how do they like this guy? See this guy again, man. Fuck. No, let me make my life. My response to Drew Titan. He said 1982. It was really 81. Yeah. What's his real name? Oh, Eric Reed. Spelled E-R-E-K. R-E-E-D. He was a meter maid. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna ruin this nigga. I'm gonna get all his subs. Yeah. Fuck, why do niggas like that? Fuck, I'm gonna go live right now. 4 people in the stream for 3 hours.
Take that!
Don't hate me, hug me. You be doing better, making friends with me. Trust me. I'm a cool dude. Oh my God. Yo, listen. that fuck nigga stalker had to send me cash apps to insult me. You heard me. You heard me. He sent me cash apps to talk shit to me. Cash apps. That's where we're at with this. I sent it all back. I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? The last cash app I sent to him was $1. I sent it back. He's sending me $3. I sent them back $3. He sent me $1. I sent them back $1. And the last thing I said to him, I said, 2 a.m.? Really? Because I was on my other channel talking about real shit. And I said, 2 a.m.? And you're insulting me at you're spending money to insult me at 2 in the morning? Where's your wife?
Whoa! That's kind of pretty before it gets started.
What? Problem is, your wife don't got traps like mine. The D cups your wife got, it's not the cups you're interested in. Oh, Dave, I did something else with it. Trust me. Dank Father, salute. Son of Tank, what up? This is where we're at. These are the boxing fans. Those guys. Queen, I shit you not. I got all the receipts. Y'all know I got receipts, right? I trigger people over my opinion. Last week I said there's gonna be a nigga that's gonna go live and thinking that what I'm saying right now I'm talking about them, and I'll be damned. Cassandra hit me up. She said, "Yo, you're not lying." So that nigga went live. I said, "You gotta be kidding me." Mo Boxing hit me up. Said, "Yo, the nigga went live." He said it was sad. There was 4 people in there. He's talking about me. 4 fucking people. Why are you talking about me? For what? Look. Why are you losing sleep over me? You know, I ain't gonna make this about me. This is about Bob Arum. And it's about what's Bud the fuck? What are you doing, dude? What are you doing? Do better, man. But I'm about to call Tay and find out what the fuck's going on. The shit is crazy. They might be going live right now. This nigga Drew Titan is talking about his traps again. No. That's not the news. The news is what Bob Arum said and why your man Bud is threatening content creators. And why the sport is so fugazi. Because while we're fussing about that, AB ain't got to fight. Salute to everybody that donated. Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Super Chats. Man, I appreciate y'all, man. Godfather, what you think?
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
They mad. But salute to the Wrench Gang, though.
Come on!
Not today.
Salute to Dikembe. That motherfucker got a paragraph of names, man. Salute to him. I hope he's doing well, man. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Bronx on deck.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.